Okay, class. Good morning. Good morning to all. So this is our first meeting on Google Classroom. Okay. Yeah, good morning to you too. Yeah. First of all, I will be only taking Form 3 class for until March. Okay, until March. Okay. The original schedule, okay, the original timetable, you need to do the Pdpr until 8th of March 2021, okay, for Form 2 and for Form 3, okay, and then the Pdpr for 3 gamma and 3 lambda is combined together, okay, we combine the both class 3 gamma and 3 lambda. Okay, and then the original schedule, the original plan is you will be for Form 3 student, we will back to school on 8th of March 2021. Okay, meaning that starting from today until 8th March 2021, Form 2 and Form 3 student will be learning from home, okay, online lah, by Google Classroom or by the Google Meet. Okay, so after that you need to come to school on 8th of March. 8 hari bulan 3 Form 3 dengan Form 2 kena datang ke sekolah. But due to the recent what we call recent change, because of the COVID case has increased tremendously, significantly increased the case. So all Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, Form 4 and Form 5 will be learning at home. Okay, I just give you the situation lah, the situation right now, what happened, what really happened right now. Okay, only the student from Form 5 last year who are going to sit for SPM will be allowed to be in school. And okay, and then for the rest of the student, you need to learn from home, either from like today I try to do the what we call the online lah, using the Google Meet lah, and the Google Classroom. And then maybe later on also I will try to give the exercise and then the explanation or the note online. Okay. About the original plan for you to come back to the school on 8 March is still unclear. Okay. The original plan is like that. For 8 March, Form 2 and Form 3 student will be coming to school, but all the decision is based on how the the positive case of COVID lah. If the positive case of COVID is still on rise, maybe there will be a longer period lah, for you all to stay and learn at home. All right. And then if you notice yesterday, Perak will be turned into PKP lah, PKP, meaning that the PKP is movement control order will be start at 22nd of January until 4 February 2021. Okay, meaning that maybe also teacher also cannot come to school lah during that time. Okay, just to give you the brief situation lah on what happened. And then the textbook, I already give you the link for you to download the digital textbook in the form of PDF, the soft copy of the textbook. Okay, you can check you can check the download link on our Telegram group, and then you try to download it first lah, yeah? You try to download it first, because I think you haven't got the textbook for this year, right? Misani? No textbook, right? No physical textbook lah, right? Okay, yes, okay, good. So never mind, you try to download the textbook first. I'm not expected you to, you know, to read the textbook lah, yeah, for a long period of time. Maybe I will give you pages, okay, for you to do the exercise based on the textbook, okay. And then the size of the textbook is quite large, so I think it's about 500 megabyte if I'm not mistaken. The size of the textbook is quite large, but never mind, you try to just try to what we call download it first, okay. Maybe I will give you some exercise according or based on the textbook that you have already downloaded, okay. I give you time lah, eh? Right. So next one is the our timetable. If you look at the timetable for the combined class, we will be meeting on Wednesday 11:30 to 12:30, and Tuesday. Tuesday we start at 10:30, right? 10:30 to 11:30 for 1 hour. So we will be meeting online 2 times per week, and then each day we only meet for about 1 hour. Okay, so every week 2 times per week on Tuesday and on Wednesday for 1 hour each day, yeah? For 1 hour each day. Is it okay? Can you understand? Can you hear me? All right. Okay, good. That's number 2. And then what else? If you have any other question, you can ask me on our own Telegram group. Okay. Any information, any directive, or any what we call information, I will share with you in our what we call Telegram groups. Okay. Right. Okay, next one. Can you see what I'm presenting? Can you see what I'm presenting? Okay. King Kiloy, Misani, thank you for your response. Okay, never mind. Science, yes, the table of content for science form 3. So I think today we just talk about what you are going to learn in science form 3. Okay, I'm not starting to, you know, to explain the topic, but for today, just introduction on what you are going to learn in form 3. Okay, never mind. I give you time, ample and enough time for you to download and then to, you know, to review the content later. Okay, so you go to my presentation. Make sure you can see my presentation. This is the table of content on what you are going to learn and understand on form 3 science. Okay, all together we have 10 chapters, only 10 chapters. Okay, chapter 1, stimuli and response. Chapter 2, respiration. Chapter 3, transportation. Chapter 4, reactivity of metal. Chapter 5, thermochemistry. Chapter 6, electricity and magnetism. Chapter 7, energy and power. Chapter 8, radioactivity. Chapter 9, space weather. And then chapter 10, space exploration. Okay, Altogether, we only have 10 chapters. Okay, and then most of the subtopic on each chapter is what we call it's a bit shorter. Not just like, you know, if you still remember in Form 2, we have about how many chapters? 13 or 14? 13 chapter, right? It's quite long. But for Form 3, it is not that long. Okay? So if you still remember, for the themes, for the what we call the each subject has its own themes. Okay? Themes number 1, if you can see here, themes number 1 is consists of chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Okay, the first 3 chapter for Form 3 is under themes number 1. Okay, themes number 1 is maintenance and continuity of life, meaning that for themes 1, you are going to learn about the living things. Okay, you are going to learn about the living things. What is mean by living things? Maybe you will study about human, you will be study about animal and plant. Okay, you still remember what is the first themes in Form 1 and Form 2? Still remember or no? In Form 1 and Form 2, you still remember? Okay, never mind. So this is what you're going to learn in Form 3. The first chapter is stimuli and response. And then you need to learn about our next system in human. We call it the human nervous system. Okay? Anybody can still remember what the Form 2 system, the system in human that we already learned in Form 2 or in Form 1. Anybody can remember that? Misalnya, digestion, Tiah Kibun, very good. Digestion system, digestive system, you already learned in Form 2, right? Okay, and then in Form 1, if I'm not mistaken, you are already learned about reproductive system. So this is all in, sorry, this is all in what we call the first themes of science, that is what? The first theme is maintenance and continuity of life. Okay, you're learning about ourselves as human, you are learning about animal, and you are learning about plant. In Form 3, you add another system you need to learn and to know. The system name is human nervous system. Human nervous system. Okay, when you talk about human nervous system, you just imagine we can feel pain, we can feel the cold, we can feel the heat, and then we can feel what else? You can feel the cold, the heat, the pain, and then the touch, and this is all related to the nervous system. Okay, so 1.1 human nervous system. 1.2, you're going to learn about the stimuli and responses in human and in plant, and then also the importance of responses to stimuli in animal. Okay, just I give you very brief explanation about topic in chapter 1. Okay, for example, you are in the room, okay, with an aircon. You turn on the aircon, and then you feel the aircon feel very cold. Okay, that is the stimuli, and then what is your response? Yeah, what is your response to the stimuli? Okay, for example, when you have a very cold environment, so what you want to do? You need to, yes, misalnya you started to shivering, right? Because the condition is very cold. So that is the response from the stimuli. The stimuli here is the condition, right? The temperature surrounding is very cool, then make your body cool, and then you start to shiver. Okay, that is one example of stimuli and response in plant. Okay, we're going to learn More about that later. And then 1.3, the stimuli and response in plants, sorry. Okay, although we can see out there, plant seems to be unresponsive, right? But there is some stimuli that plant will respond to. Okay, of course, it is not as same as human, because human have feeling. Human, when we have what we call, we can feel the touch, we can feel the pain, we can feel the cold, but not like plant. Plant cannot what we call feel that way, but there is another way that plant can also receive the stimuli and then respond to the stimuli. Okay, later we go to that. And then 1.5, the importance of responses stimuli in animal. Animal also like us, maybe form of mammal also have their own, what we call, receive their stimuli and then got their own response. We're going to learn about that. Okay. Any question from chapter 1? No question, right? Okay. So you go to we go to the chapter, the second chapter, that is respiration. So in Form 3, this is the second system you need to learn. We call it a human respiratory system. Human respiratory system. Okay, involving what we call the inhalation of air, the inhalation of air that contains oxygen, and then the exhalation of air containing carbon dioxide. We call it human respiratory system. This is the second system you need to learn, right? Involving what? Who can what we call, tell me what is the organ that is related to our respiratory system? What is the organ? That's the organ? Anybody? Because each system has its own organ, right? So what is the organ? For example, last time, who is the name? Kivun said, Form 2 you learn about digestive system, right? Digestive system. So what is the organ related to the digestive system? You still remember digestive system? Okay, I give you one organ in digestive system. That is our intestine, right? Stomach, intestine, esophagus, mouth, and then large intestine, small intestine. Okay, that is the organ for digestive system. Okay, my question now is, what do you think the organ related to the respiratory system? Any problem? Respiratory system. Miss Ani, you try to guess the organ on respiratory system. Only one organ. Okay, later we're going to learn about that. Okay, it's actually our lungs. Okay, our lungs. Yeah. Okay, related to respiratory system. Okay, 2.2, the movement and then exchange of gases in the human body, because everybody know from Form 1 you already know that we need oxygen, and then we need oxygen to live, and then we remove the carbon dioxide. And then how is the process is made up? How is the process going on? Because we're going to take oxygen and then removing the carbon dioxide. Okay, next one is 2.3, health of human respiratory system. Human respiratory system, the health of human respiratory system, meaning that you must take care of our respiratory system. Yes, respiratory system. For example, you must stop smoking, and then things like that, right? Next one, 2.4, adaptation in respiratory system. 2.4 is mainly for animal adaptation. Okay, for example, fish has special organ for them to do the respiration in the water. Okay, for fish, and then frog also have special adaptation, has the special feature for the frog or for the fish to breathe or to respirate or to do respiration in the water, right? So that is the meaning of adaptation. 2.4 usually mainly for animal. Okay, 2.4 is usually for animal, the adaptation, how they can get the oxygen and remove the carbon dioxide. But mainly 2.1 and 2.3, we are going to learn about human respiration system, respiratory system. Yeah. Okay. Next one, 2.5. You're going to learn about how the plant exchange the gas. You must remember, all living things in Earth will need oxygen and then need to remove the carbon dioxide. They need oxygen to live, and then the byproduct of the respiration is the carbon dioxide. Okay, including human, animal, and also plant. Okay, most of the plant also do respiration. Okay, not photosynthesis. Photosynthesis is another process. Okay. So this is the second system you need to learn in form 3. Okay, chapter 3, transportation. So this is the third system you need to learn in form 3. We call it transport system. Transport system in organism. So how many systems in form 3? You need to learn 3 systems in human. Number 1, nervous system. Number 2, respiratory system. And number 3, transport system. Very easy for you to remember the last system in human, in organism, transport system. Okay, you inhale or you obtain the oxygen, and then how the oxygen is going to distribute to all over body. Okay, by using what? By using our transport system, because inside we have vein, we have capillary, and then we have the artery that carry the blood. They carry the blood from where? From our heart to all over body. Okay, the blood that carry what? Carry the oxygen and then carry the nutrient. That is transport system. Okay, the blood and all the capillary, all the artery, the vein, the blood vessel inside our body. Okay, that carry the blood containing the oxygen to all our body. Okay, especially to our brain. In order for brain to function, they need to carry the oxygen from where? From the lung to the brain. So that is the third system. We call it transport system. Okay. 3.2, blood circulatory system. Okay. Also in what we call inside the transport system lah. And then you need to learn about human blood, and then also you need to learn about transport system in plant also. And then the blood circulatory system in animal and plant. Okay, can you understand this? The first themes, any problem? Can you understand the first themes? How many chapter? 3 chapter. First themes is about, you're learning about human, you are learning about living things. Okay, living things consists of what? Number 1, human, animal, and plant. How many system you need to learn in form 3? Number 1, nervous system. Number 2 is what? Number 2 is respiratory system, and then number 3 is transport system or blood circulatory system. You need to learn these three systems in all human, animal, and plant. Very easy. Okay, it seems too much, but I can tell you, if you understand the concept, if you understand the flow, it will be very easy. Okay, how about others? Yang lain-lain macam mana? Is it okay? Can I continue? So now it's 12, so I got another about 20 minutes, yeah? Okay, I continue with the second themes. All right. So this is our second theme. The second themes you learn about exploration and element in nature. Okay, easy for you to understand. In themes number 2, we are going to learn about chemistry. Okay, you're going to learn about chemistry on non-living things lah, such as rock, sodium. You still remember sodium, aluminium, gold, minerals. You still remember minerals? Yeah. About non-living things. Okay, this is for themes number 2. How many chapter? Chapter 4, chapter 5, chapter 4 and chapter 5. Only 2 chapter in themes number 2. Okay, so chapter 4, you look one by one for in chapter 4. The reactivity of metals. I think you already learned about metal, right, in form 1. In form 1 and form 2 also we going to learn about metal. So you give me, anybody can give me one type of metal. Metal. What is the type of metal you already know? Anybody? Metal. What's the metal? You already know. This one. Yeah, this one, call out. This one. Metals. Give one example of metal. Copper. Yes, of course. Very good. Copper, aluminium, iron, gold, sodium, magnesium. Form 1, you still remember? Yes, Miss Annie, silver. Form 1, you still remember the periodic table. There are metal, there are non-metal, and then there are what we call inert gas and whatever. Maybe you already forget lah. But in form 1, we already learned about metal and non-metal, and also in form 2. Okay, so in form 3, you're going to learn what we call a reactivity of metal. Reactivity of metal meaning that we want to compare 2 different metal. Which one is most reactive? Reactive mean here what mean? What's the meaning by reactive? For example, if I put the metal inside the water, which metal will rust first? Yang mana agaknya berkarat? Tahu kan berkarat itu apa? For example, I put I put copper and then I put iron. And then which metal do you think will become rust first? Mana yang berkarat dahulu? Okay, that is what we call one example of what we call reactivity. Okay, so 4.1 is the variety of minerals. Okay, minerals such as, of course, silver, copper. And then the 4.2, the reactivity series of metal. Reactivity series of metal. Which one can stand the acid, for example, and then which metal is not rusted, which metal is what we call rusted, and we're going to learn about that. And then 4.3, the extraction of metal from their ores. Okay, later we tell about this. Okay, chapter 5 is thermochemistry. Thermo here mean, okay, thermo mean heat. Okay, when you see the word heat, whether it is absorbing the heat or releasing the heat. Okay, there are two what we call process here, endothermic and exothermic. Just remember, when you combine two chemicals together, sometimes it will give out heat, and then sometimes it will absorb the heat. Sometimes it will become cool when you add two different mineral or two different chemical together. Sometimes it will become cool, and then sometimes it will become hot. So that's only. What are the mineral or what are the chemical? Later we learn, right? Endothermic and exothermic reaction. Okay, next one. Themes number 3. Themes number 3. Energy and sustainability of life. This is you learn about physics. Very easy one. You learn about physics. How many chapters? Consists of 3 chapters, starting from chapter 6, electricity and magnetism, chapter 7, energy and power, and chapter 8, radioactivity. So this is you learn about physics. Yeah. For example, you look one by one. Chapter 6, electricity and magnetism. You learn about the generation of electricity. Generation meaning how electricity is produced. You still remember Form 2? Form 2, you learn about static electricity, right? You learn about static electricity. You learn about volt. You learn about what is the voltage, the ampere, the current, okay, and the resistance. Still remember that? Okay, make sure you remember that. But in Form 3, you will be learning how electricity is generated, how they produce the electricity. Okay, and then you will be learning about transformer, not the cartoon transformer, yeah? Not the film. The film one is also transformer, but in chapter 6 we're going to learn about the transformer in electricity. We want to just give you the what we call understanding. Transformer, we want to increase the voltage of electricity, or you want to lower the voltage of electricity. That is what we call by transformer. Okay, next one, 6.3. You learn about transmission and distribution of electricity. Transmission, how the electricity come to your home, come to my home, and then all the school here. How the electricity is channeled to you, distribute and transmission to you. Okay, you learn about this. By using what? By using cable, right? They are very what we call, you got the electrical pole, the TNB, yang tiang elektrik kan, you got the wire, very big cable, very big and thick cable that carry electricity. You learn about that. That is what meaning by transmission and distribution. Distribution, for example, how they want to distribute, or what we call send the electricity to school, to house, to petrol station, to the police station, or to the big building. This is what we call by distribution. Distribute. Okay, they want to produce. Okay, number 1, you want to produce the electricity, and then you want to transmit, or you want to channel the electricity, and then after you want to transmit the electricity, you want to distribute ataupun agihkan. Okay, agihkan kepada mana? You want to distribute the electricity to who? Okay, to the school, to the hospital, to the clinic, to the shop, to the building. Okay, they want to distribute. That's mean by distribute, right? Next one is calculating the cost of electricity. Okay, the one is very simple. The bill that you receive each month has its own calculation. We try to calculate the bill. Okay, monthly bill for electric. Okay, 6.4. Okay, chapter 7, energy and power. You learn about what is the work, what is the energy, and what is the power, and then you learn about potential energy and kinetic energy. This is in form of physics. Yeah, this is the what we call the physics subject. Okay, and then the principle of conservation of energy. We learn about this. Okay, what is work? Anybody? What is work? I think in Form 1 or Form 2 already learned about this a bit. Okay, it's a push or what? Push and pull action. Okay, what is energy? Energy, for example, human, we get energy from the food, right? And then what is the unit of energy? You still remember the unit of energy? The kilojoules or calorie, right? And then the power. We learned about this later. Chapter 8, radioactivity. There you learn about the discovery of radioactivity, the atom and the nucleus, the radiation, and what is the use for the radiation or the radioactive radiation. Okay. Okay, last one. The last theme for science, theme number 4, you learn about Earth and space exploration. Chapter 9, space weather, the activity of the sun, the space weather, and then chapter 10, space exploration, the development in astronomy, and then the development of technology. The development of technology and their application in space exploration. This one is very, very short object. You learn about the astronomy, what happened at the sun. Okay, you still remember in Form 2? Form 2 you learn about Earth. You learn about Form 1 you learn about Earth. Form 2 you learn about the what? Form 2 you learn about the planet, if I'm not mistaken, right? The planet, and then the asteroid, and then meteoroid. Okay, but in Form 3 only 2 chapter, space weather, you learn about the sun, and then the space exploration. Okay, so altogether we have 10 chapter, right? Any problem? Make sure you try to download the textbook first. Yeah, I will give you the exercise, I will give you the, if any, okay, the work for you to done. Later on I will try to update on our Telegram group lah. Yeah? Any problem? Any question you want to ask? No, yeah? Okay, no problem. Okay, very good. I hope there is no problem lah. Okay. All right. Okay. So we have about how many minutes? We have okay, like this. You try to download the textbook first, and then you try to read chapter 1, 1.1, and 1.2 first. Okay, and then any update I will try to give you on the Telegram groups. Okay, I will not start the PDP today. Today is just for the introduction only. Is it okay? Today just an introduction to what you're going to learn in Form 3, right? So I need you to do the download the document, download the textbook first, and then you try to read 1.1 and 1.2. Okay, chapter 1, 1.1 and 1.2. Right. So, where's the people? How to this one? This one. How to change the layout? Wait, change layout. Tile. Okay. Stop presenting. I will stop presenting right now. Okay. So now is 12:20. I need to take the screenshot. First, I need to take the screenshot. So I hope you can turn on your camera for a while, because I need to show that I'm doing the online class. Please turn on your camera for a while so I can take the screenshot. Can? Okay. Can you give me cooperation? Okay. No, don't worry. Just open your camera for a while, because I want to take the screenshot. Okay. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. Very brief one. Please. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Only 4. How about others? Thank you very much. I want to show to the and then this is also your attendance to show that you already joined my class. Don't worry. How about the others? Please turn on your camera, please. I want to show to the pengetua and Mr. Lee, because they need to take the screenshot. They said, Wow, okay, very good. How about Kaseng, Daniel, Kivun? I want to see you. Yong Junyan, two gamma, right? Okay, very good. Misani. Okay, how are you? Now I see you. Poyi, Shanwei, Daniel. Just for a minute, because I want to take the screenshot only, and then we can end the class for today. Right? Kivun, Yunan, Jing'an, Hong Xingru, Kinki, Loi, Wengxi. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. Don't show the ceiling fan lah. I don't want to see your ceiling fan lah. I know you have a very good ceiling fan. I want to see your face. You can see my face also, what? Don't be shy lah. No problem. Right. Kawan, hurry up. Now it's 12:21 already. Okay? Don't be shy. There's nothing to be shy here. You should be proud of yourself because you are able to join my class. I'm thanking you. Thank you very much for joining my class. But I need you to on your camera for a while only. Right? Please. Yong Junyan, very good. Thank you very much. Yunan, okay, I can see you only on the eye. Never mind lah. You still preparing. No need to touch up the makeup lah. You just on the camera lah. I want to do the screenshot only. Right? Okay. Okay, very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Chen Ziwei, what happened to you? I don't want to see your fan, ceiling fan. No need to show the ceiling fan. Liu Wenjing, thank you very much. Ziman. Okay, now you are there. Okay, very good. Okay, I will take a few snapshots here. Okay, so please be reminded that our meeting for today, okay, you can turn it off. Okay, our meeting for today is recorded, and then the attendance is also being recorded. Okay, make sure you join the class, join the what we call our Google Classroom according to the timetable. According to the timetable. Kivun, my computer can okay, no problem. Okay. So when is our next class? Our next class is on next week on Tuesday. Next week on Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Okay, 10:30 a.m. Okay, that's our next class. So we end our class for today. Today I just give you an introduction on what you're going to learn only. Yeah. Okay. So we'll be meeting again next week on Tuesday 10:30 a.m. Okay. So I think we can end our class today. Stay safe. Stay at home. If you do not have any matter outside, you just stay at home only. Okay. Stay safe. So if you have nothing to ask, thank you very much. You can leave the class right now. We will meet you again next week. Thank you.